Ladies and gentlemen, Prynhawn Da, welcome to this afternoon's graduation ceremony. Before we start, I'd like us to have a few moments' silence in respect of the very sad tragedy in Ukraine yesterday. We are a wide family, this university, and we have staff and students from Malaysia, the Netherlands and the Ukraine. And I think it's appropriate that we remember those who have died and those who are mourning loved ones. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Prynhawn Da, a croeso I seremoni o graddio. Mae'n braf iawn eich gweld i chi yma heddiw, gyda'r eich teulu a eich gyfeillion sydd wedi bod yn gefn I chi ar hyd y ffordd. Good afternoon and welcome to your graduation ceremony. It's delightful to see quite so many of you here, together with all of your families and friends and all of those who have helped you along the way. It's always a joy to attend graduation. It gives us an opportunity to stop and reflect on everything that you have achieved over the last few years. Also an opportunity, of course, to pause and think about what comes next, which, of course, is the rest of your life in one way or another. While you've been with us, we're hoping we've worked in partnership with you to make sure that you've not just learnt about your discipline, but you've gained a whole raft of extra skills, opportunities to do things you may never get a chance to do again. And we hope you've taken advantage of those so that you can leave us as a more rounded, articulate person and with the ability to forge your own path. Life's a bit like an orchestra. There are going to be times when you will be the bass line, the strong foundation that everybody else is going to be built upon. There are times where you're going to be lost in the texture of a very complex piece, as you will be a strong team player, making sure things happen, making sure you're working together. But there'll also be times when you'll have to come forward, out of the mix, and sing the tune, be the leader. The music analogy can, of course, be taken a little bit further, because to be a good musician, you actually need to practice for hours and hours and hours. Note bashing, learning scales. I'm sure if you've ever learned an instrument, you know what it's like. But you also need to read music, you need to learn to understand it, to understand rhythm, and also to understand the split-second timing that is often needed to make a piece successful. This is just one way of trying to pull together all of those skills that you will have learnt while you're with us and you now need to put into practice. Like many of my age, I was the first to go to university on both sides of my family. My parents, to be honest, didn't have much choice. The Second World War was on, so it just didn't happen. And unfortunately, my mother died before actually seeing me reap any of the benefits, despite the fact that she encouraged me endlessly, and all of my sisters, to get an education because it gives you choices in life. She didn't see that as a result of that education, I have had a life that has been exciting, challenging, sometimes very challenging, but also a privilege. There are times when I walk into the main building of Cardiff University and have to pinch myself to realise how fortunate I am to work at such a good university. And from the temporary office, where I am currently based, I can look across and see the attic window in Park Place, where my grandmother lived for a while, because in 1914 she came to Cardiff looking for work and found it as a kitchen maid. So kitchen maid to Professor and Pro-Vice-Chancellor, grandmother to granddaughter. And the only thing that was different was the opportunity for an education. an education you have now had, because I'm a Cardiff graduate too. Please don't waste it. As you leave the hall today, you'll actually join the university and become part of a vibrant alumni, very inspiring group of people. You are our future. And we're all going to get old, so we need you to look after us, okay? Don't be afraid to fail. We all fail at one time or another. It's how you deal with it is the thing. Pick yourself up, head held high, get back out in the fight. Today is about celebrating your success. Embrace it, enjoy it, but above all, please appreciate it. Never stop learning. I wish you health, happiness, and success as you leave us today and go out and hopefully make the world a better place. But first of all, I have pleasure in introducing Gethin Davis. Gethin has just finished his first year at the university studying law and Welsh. He's going to read a poem by Wales's inaugural national poet, Gwyneth Lewis. Even if you've not encountered her work, you will have seen it in the very large letters that are cut out at the front of the Wales Millennium Centre. Gwyneth is writer-in-residence at the University School of Physics and Astronomy and is now an honorary fellow. Rather aptly, the poem is called Education and was commissioned by the university. Diolch yn fawr iawn a mwynhauwch y seremoni.
Education by Gwyneth Lewis. Beiddia feiddio, gwellhad o wneud, myna geisio, parchad ddweud. Trawsnewidiad fydd dy glod, dy ddyfodol, mentro bod. Learning's a passport that returns you home a better person. It permits you to dare being daring, makes you secure with not knowing everything, helps you welcome some failure, forges an alloy with others' thinking. It is simple delight in mind and its motions, scintillates but isn't deceptive, admits the joy of institutes, is the open road to everywhere but bigotry. It's the shortest distance between you and me, and if you're lucky, it never ends.
Croeso cynnes i Gaerdydd ac i'r Hyngyr Dewi Sant. Good afternoon. Welcome to Cardiff to St David's Hall and to what is the final graduation ceremony. I'm Dick Roberts and I'm very privileged and proud to be Pro-Chancellor of Cardiff University, an association that goes back with the university when I first came here as a student in 1962. May I offer you my warm congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. As you sit there waiting to come up on stage, you may be feeling a mixture of emotions. I suggest you may feel excited, some of you may feel relieved, but most of you, I hope, with a great sense of achievement. And on the theme of congratulations, may I firstly congratulate you on winning admission to the university in the first place. Cardiff, I'm delighted to say, is one of the most sought-after universities in the UK and a member of the Russell Group of Universities. Admission standards are high. Selection, as you probably remember, was very competitive. For every one of you sitting here, 6 candidates were unsuccessful. Secondly, after your years of study, research-led teaching is one of the features of what this university is all about. Many of you will have participated in research projects, questioned the wisdom and challenged the convention of that wisdom. Whether you stay in academia or whether you pursue a career outside, I hope that the free, inquiring state of Cardiff's mind will remain with you always. Most importantly, congratulations and welcome to the many family, friends and supporters who joined us today. many of whom will have travelled great distances. We owe a great deal to the support of family and friends, both moral support, guidance and encouragement, but in many cases, as I know to my own cost, considerable financial support. I urge all of you who are graduating today to send your heartfelt thanks to everyone who has helped you. And it might be appropriate this day to show it in the usual way. Most of all, I want you to enjoy today, because this is the beginning of your future. You're entering upon a lifelong journey, and your tutors will hope that much of the knowledge that they've imparted to you is understanding the methods of learning, of analysis, of intellectual thinking, which will serve you well for the rest of your days. Go out into the community, your community, to educate, to encourage thought, not prejudice, and be prepared to defend education. And with regard to the disciplines here this afternoon, to serve. In a world of mass communication, open online courses, YouTube, and virtual lectures, academics face a fundamental question. If information is everywhere, does anyone need a university education? All of you are testament to the value of a Cardiff education, to the benefits of learning in the international environment, and of our research-led teaching. The internet helps share information, but the volume of misinformation reinforces more than ever the need for evidence-based knowledge. The best prospect for responsible application and regulation must lie with a better informed public. We must use this knowledge and how we apply it for the good of humankind throughout the world. It is this idea of application that arguably defines the Cardiff graduate. Some 94% of Cardiff University graduates upon enter employment or professional training or study shortly after completing their studies. And on a personal note, I sincerely hope a great majority will practice within the health service in Wales, who desperately needs you. Application underscores the university's achievements too. Our students remain the most satisfied with their educational experience in Wales, according to the National Student Survey. And a record number of students are being offered the chance to apply their learning throughout Cardiff University Research Opportunities Programme, which allows students to sample live research and enhance their academic skills. This has been a momentous year of change for these schools, because the School of Healthcare Studies, Nursing and Midwifery merged to become the School of Healthcare Sciences. The school is now one of the largest in the university, and next year will have over 2,000 students and 250 members of staff. The new school brings together excellence in teaching, learning and research across all the allied health professions, nursing and midwifery. The school ranks highly in the latest Complete University Guide, coming first for physiotherapy and 10th for nursing. The past year saw the launch of 2 clinics providing specialist service to members of the public. The Inspire Physiotherapy Clinic brings together leading physiotherapists with state-of-the-art technology to provide a centre of excellence in sports physiotherapy in Wales. Also, and of equal value, the Occupational Therapy Clinic, launched in April, is the only university-led children's occupational therapy clinic in the UK, offering assessment and intervention for children with handwriting and sensory processing difficulties. The school appointed Dr. Leslie Lowes as the Florence Nightingale Foundation Chair of Clinical Nursing Research, a flagship role that will focus on the translation research directly into clinical care. Congratulations also on what you brought to Cardiff and to Wales. Many of you will have taken part in the student volunteering in Cardiff, one of the largest schemes of its kind in the country. You have given more than 50,000 hours of your time in the past year, helping more than 900 people each week. From the Youth Club, established for young people with Down syndrome, to day trips organised for young carers, you are a prime reason why Cardiff University is so valued in its home community. Sport plays an important part in university life, and the contribution has been enormous again this year. Cardiff University retained the Varsity Shield, and other students will be competing on the international stage at the up-and-coming Commonwealth Games. Carry the determination and commitment you have demonstrated throughout your time here as you embark on your future career. You will be among the professionals who will lead and lead amongst all nations. I hope you will leave with a solid determination to contribute to the culture, welfare and prosperity, family, your communities and for mankind. I urge you all to be gatekeepers of good sense and educators for tomorrow. Thank you.
I will now read the proclamation, first in Welsh, then in English. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodaeth. Boed hysbys i holl aelodau'r Brifysgol, ac ar hyd a lled y byd, fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau a'i hysgolheictod, wedi'u harholi'n briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol, ac wedi'u cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe'i hatgoffwn o'i cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu o werthoedd y Brifysgol hon. Nod iddynt hwy yw ceisio, drwy ei cyflawniadau, wasanaethu lles pawb, ymdrechu i sicrhau'r rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth, ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb, gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today, in the capital city of Wales, the congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so, remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation. Diolch.
My name's Professor Elizabeth Treasure and I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor here. Now it's my very, very great pleasure to be in the position of giving you your degrees and certificates and diplomas this afternoon. And I'd like to warmly welcome you all here. This is the formal part of the ceremony, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. So when your special person's name is called out, you are invited to clap, shout, whoop, whatever noise you want to make to celebrate. The only thing I would ask is that once they have moved past me, that you fall silent again, so that the name of the next person can be heard. And if you go on too long, I will stop you. Once all the students for a particular award have crossed the stage and returned to their seats, I will ask you to stand. At this point in the ceremony and at other similar times, it's a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor or his representative to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their award. The Welsh phrase I will use when translated means, "Through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the award of," and I will name it, and then I will doff to you, and I would ask that you doff back to me. Then it's another opportunity for everyone to cheer and celebrate that group of students. And then we'll move on to the next students. So, Professor Hunt.
Prynhawn da. I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery. Kerry Ansell. Helen Sarah Bale. Jessica Ann Buick. Amy Jane Bond. Rebecca Mary Boselli. Heather Charlie. Lydia Davis. Sarah Dix. Jessie Louise Giddy. Madeleine Francesca Grant. Claire Green. Wendy Louise Hogan. Maria Hollinshead. Carrie Mary Rose Holman. Bethany Ruth Holt. Adele Karma Hopkins. Fenya Jonas. Charlotte Judd. Amy King. Abigail Laurie. Amanda Zoe Lyle. Sean Ileri Llewellyn. Hannah Louise Lowe. Rebecca Francis Manners. Chloe Morgan. Janie Morgan. Zoe Needham. Laura Claire Parry. Naomi Louise Pritchard. Hannah Ritter. Alexandra Corrie Lauren Stewart. Amanda Taylor. Hannah Tuck. Louise Wing. Bethan Winter. Rebecca Lucy Woodman. Elizabeth Rose Wright.
Just waiting for the last one to get to her group. Would that group of students please stand? Thank you. Trwy awdurdod y brifysgol a ymthriedwyd I mi dybanu ar chwi I radd baglwr mewn bydreigiaeth ac I hoff ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Nursing. Ruth Allen. Deborah Louise Allen. Thomas Anderson. Faye Ashley. Stephanie Natasha Baker. Barbara Barrett. Cassandra Jane Bartlett. Jessica Basin. Sophie Rose Bennett. Sarah Stephanie Boy. Florence Bradford. Emma Claire Breen. Kimberly Bricknell. Esther Brown. Jessica Brown. Hannah Buckley. Nicole Burden. Stephanie Susan Burke. Victoria Alice Burrows. Julie Carhill. Elizabeth Cameron Wilton. Kathleen Ann Cardwell. Jessica Chick. Jennifer Sally Chugg. Abigail Clift. Victoria Marie Cockerham. Rhiannon Coles. Anharad Davis. Jessica Davis. Laura Davis. Shauna Marie Davis. Amanda Davis. Leanne Dent. Sarah Ann Dix. Yasmin Draper. Eleanor Catherine Drew. Christina Druitt. Kirsty Edwards. Elise Fellingham. Richard John Foster. Victoria Foster. Sajis Francis. Sarah Garrett. Emma Jane Gill. Lindy Gillespie. Janine Elizabeth Gimber. Jessica Eileen Green. Helen Griffiths. Grace Guy. Kerry Handley. Timothy Hardiman. Sophie Hardwick. Branwyn Kellen Hart. Gillian Mary Ellen Hayes. Stephanie Louise Hemming. Alice Elizabeth Morwenna Hopkin. Gail Marie James. Sean Bella Jenkins. Keris Hannah Johns. Sharon Dawn Johnson. Louisa Jones. Louise Jones. Sarah Louise Jones. Sarah Keating. Alexandra Kidd. Lauren Lawler. Olivia LeBlunt Ormond. Sophia Lemming. Kate Lewis. Emma Lincoln. Nicola Lindop. Charlotte Ann Lowe. David Manning. Helen Jane Martin. Jennifer Mary Matthews. Anne Mazzitelli. Sophie Louise McCallum. Samantha McMinn. Catherine Mary McNee. Ellie McPakey. Natasha Meaden. Emma Louise Merritt. Gemma Miles. Lauren Amy Mills. Rebecca Moll. Katie Monteith. Keris Elizabeth Morgan. Joanne Louise Morgan. Nicola Louise Morgan. Rebecca Wynne Newton. Eleanor Lauren Nicholas. Ramona Nitishki Jones. James Richard Norling. Julia Ann Norton. Michelle Norton. Rebecca O'Connor. Olivia Owen. Jessica Alexandra Parkinson. Amy Phelps. Sarah Jane Phillips. Megan Jane Popplewell. Shimon Povenska. Rebecca Priest. Francesca Pride. Victoria Price. Kate Pryor. Olivia Jane Pritchard. Sean Pritchard. Chris Ryan Proctor. Sharon Lynn Patwain. Rebecca Ann Redfern. Sean Meredith Watkin Rowlands. Azeen Salimian. Sarah Savory. Liam Skirm. Samantha Snelling. Yasmin Louise Sobey. Sarah Squire. Faye Stewart. Claire Louise Thomas. Ivor Thomas. Joanne Elizabeth Thomas. Chris David Thomas. Sophie Jean Thomas. Amanda Tomish Warwick. Lauren Victoria Kritoff Townsend. Chris Owen Vanstone. Alexandra Whiting. Jessica Lee Williams. Louise Maria Williams. Zoe Williams. Emily Ann Wilson. Hannah Bradley Wilson. Kirsty Louise Winston. Naomi Woods. Sapna Begum. Charlotte Berry. Hannah Bizet. Joanna Elizabeth Boddy. Sean Butler. Lauren Byton. Harriet Clark. Lucinda Elizabeth Clegg. Hannah Coles. Yasmin Lee DeClaire. Danielle Foster. Yvonne Gordon. Beth Rosemary Griffiths. Laurie Hillman. Rachel Eva Christine Hollyoak. Jessica Elizabeth Louise James. Emma Jones. Rachel Sarah Elizabeth Lambert. Imogen Lloyd. Lisa Lovelock. Joy Melrose. Emma Catherine Morgan. Amy Elizabeth Morley. Rachel O'Gara. Stephanie Payne. Thank you. Thank you. Lauren Marie Powell. Stacey Pruitt. David Riseborough. Jennifer Salter. Michaela Jane Sutton. Emma Taylor. Rachel Louise Thomas. Claire Townsend. Emily Laura True. Sarah Louise Trasinski. Laura Ursel. Bryony Anne-Marie Ashcroft. Judith Grace Ball. Elizabeth Rose Barr. Ariane Bow Crawford. Rhiannon Bayliss. Chloe Beale. Heather Mary Brooks. Wendy Cannon. Jamie Castry. Rachel Louise Cathrew. Catherine Elizabeth Cheeseman. Grace Clements. Bonnie Claire Kiri Cummins. I'm going to say that one again. I'd like to say that one again. Is that all right? Bonnie Claire Kiri Cummins. Deborah Ann Evans. Sophie Louise Fletcher. Chris Gudgeon. Morgan Ian Gwilym. Rebecca Humphreys. Kaylee Margaret Jones. Lucy Victoria Keys. Chris Linton. Penny Williams. Nicholas McAndrew. Michael McDonough. Bethany Moxie. Paula Perkins. Nellie Calaba Pritchard. Caroline Sean Pugh. Charlotte Rachel Reynolds. Sophie Smart. Kirsty Fiona Stewart. Chelsea Lee Taylor. Ross Daniel Whelan. Jordan Alex Williams. Susanna Jane Williams.
If those graduands would like to stand, please. Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymfferiadwyd I mi dybanu a chwi I gradd baglo mewn nyrsio ac I hoff ffreni a'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Sheila Hunt, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Christine Teresa Baber. Karen Elizabeth Barrett. Kerry-Ann Bell Langford. Karen Davis. Belinda Ann Gunning. Oh, sorry. Julie Teresa John. Sean Elizabeth Locke. Mariama Matthew. Nadia Obaji. Jane Elizabeth Pierce. Elizabeth Teresa Teague. Jane Ellen Carlick-Smith. Rebecca Louise Morris. Rachel Taylor. Rebecca Marie Thomas. Nikki Ann Ford. Lisa Jane Knowles. Shaima Ahmed Almuki.
And if those graduates would like to stand, please. Troi ardydod y brifysgol, a hwmthriedwyd I mi, dybaniadchu I radd baglor man gwyddoniaeth ac I hodd ffreniau a radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Martin West, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Harriet Abraham. Willow Adams. Sophie Louise Arbuckle. Nurfazia Nadia binti Awang Haji Sulaiman. Paulo Joseph Barrientos. Claire Blakeway. Lindsay Bright. Evangeline Jane Collins. Sarah Naomi Davis. Alex Dinning. James Esbester. Lisa Ann Froggatt. Sarah Elizabeth Gaynor-Jones. Elinid Nola. Alice Krasno. Alana Lockdown. Kimberly Matu. Stephanie Mills. Ola O'Brien. Robin Ormond. Beatrice Perks. Hannah Pointing. Kate Louise Powell. Tilly Georgina Ann Sapey. Sophie Tucker. Chloe Walker. Ariel Watt. James Glyndwr Williams. Jessica Reha Williams. Nicholas Wright. Mada Saad Bodikwan Al Adwani. Saeed Ahmed Alamari. Salem Al Nazi. Gida Al Mandali. Farez Serhan Al Kabani. Hani Abdullah Barakwan. Alexander James Bradbury. Erina Mazur. Victoria Jane Mitchell. Elizabeth Arter. Farah Afia Binti Awang Adnan. Donna Louise Boycott. Sophie Elise Briscombe. Helen Brown. Sally Louise Brown. Hannah Lucy Cartwright. Victoria Naomi Coe. Amy Sarah Jane Collier-Rees. Jennifer Cool. Rebecca Jane Cross. Rebecca Jane Daniel. Catherine Sally Davis. Nikki Louise Early. Hazel Ferdinand. Isabel Catherine Hartree. Anne Price Holyfield. Morwenna Holman. Camille Alicia Grace Jenkins. Lucy Kidd. Jessica Layfield. Linda Michelle Lewis. Kate Liebscher. Amanda Llewellyn. Karen Mahood. Mildred Makiwamana. Isabel Francis Mansell Thomas. Emma Martin. Naomi Melhuish. Dawn Milton. Helen Livia Montgomery. Nokuthula Unlov. Kristen Osmondson. David Ashley Owen. Brianna Palmer. Terence Edward Peake. Sarah Jane Plaskett. Angela Rolfe. Victoria Mary Richards. Ellen Jerry Rutherford. Donna Patricia Scrivens. Susan Shanahan. Anne Gibson Scheuer. Katrina Dawn Smith. Lisa Dawn Taylor. Katie Thomas. Lisa Annette Thomas. Natalie Lauren Thomas. Clarissa Alice Thompson. Jacqueline Tracy. Michelle Helena Turton. Sarah Jane Warren. Lisa Angela Watt. Catherine Mary Williams. Laurie Williams. Natalia Williams. Zoe Leanne Williams. Francesca Louise Ardley. Alice Catherine Baker. Sophie Louise Baker. Lucy Barros. Deborah Bishop. Alexander Douglas Bloor. Susanna Victoria Bolt. Naomi Bradshaw. Laura Braithwaite. Sinead Brereton. Victoria Brown. Harriet Constance Campbell. Simon Alan Carley-Smith. Jonathan Chalice, Lauren Civil Holt, Ellen Clee, Claire Rebecca Cousins, Bethan Curry, Katrina Davis, Rebecca Sian Davis, Natasha Doyle, Catherine Eastwood, Oren Elphinston Davis, Evelisa Enoch, David Evans, Gavin Evans, Andrew Finnegan, Toby Fleming, Georgina May Gould, Helena Good, Beth Goodenough, Daniel Edward Grace, Robert Gulson, Amy Haskins Drew, Bryony Hatchley, Grace Hennell, James Hinder, Charlotte Hinkins, Sebastian Hallborough, Rhys Hughes, Jonathan Rhys Hunt, Bethany Jagger, Mary Ruth Jenkins, Alistair Jones, Robin Jones, Emily Lagomasino, Catherine Lato, Stephanie Francis LaRue, Bethany Ruth Lloyd, Gabrielle Lucas, Jennifer Ann Maycock, Gemma Barbara Gabrielle Mayled, Mark Mitchell, Samuel Monks, Erin Murray, Emma Newell, Luke Daniel Newey, Zoe Chantel Ogden, Samuel Pemberton. Francesca Elizabeth Pioli. Seren Lowry Priest-Jones. Awen Prysor. Anjali Ramanan. Joanna Emily Redman. Philippa Kate Richardson. Sophie Elizabeth Roberts. Jennifer Caroline Sand. Jade Sarcero. Kate Amelia Sloan. Emma Sloman. Christopher Smith. Rosemary Lindsay Sproul. Verity Louise Stone. Andrea Louise Swan. Naomi Victoria Thomas. Laura Thompson. Sophie Thompson. Daniel Michael Torrance. Matthew David Verdon. Emma Rose Bonfield Walker. Alice Joy Watt. Stephen David White. Robin Louise Williams. Harry Wilson. Megan Lois Arthur. Kimberly Rebecca Balsden. Stephanie Janet Bird. Daniel Burr. Emily Nia Cater. Matthew Hughes. Bethan Davis. Kavit Dixit. Alexander Foster. Amy Sarah Jameson. Sophie Ashton Jones. Mohammed Haradi bin Kifli. Kaylee Letlog. Temitope Amuba. Mark William Pinston.
And if those students would please stand. Troi awdurdod y brifysgol, a ymtheriadwyd i mi, dybaniachwi I radd baglor man gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau ac radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Mr Martin West, introduce those who have received the Certificate of Higher Education. Rebecca Rose Brooks. Anna Louise Evans. Natalie Louise Vodden. Charlotte Salisbury.
And if you would like to stand, please. Troi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymtheriadwyd I mi, dybaniachwi I disdysgrif a ddeddig uwch ac I hoff ffreniau a radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Mr Martin West, introduce those who have received the Diploma of Higher Education. Rebecca Bowditch. Anna Maria Darwell. Victoria Joanne Davis. Christopher Sinclair Davis. Eve Gostage. Lee Hackling. Stephen Sean Haymond. Rachel Homewood. Gemma Hurley. Tanya Llewellyn. Kai Parry. Gemma Louise Parry. Michael Anthony Richards. Claire Roach. Harry Rowe. Sophie Stokes. Neil Anthony Sullivan. Jai Tan. Joanne Thomas. Kerry Waitman. Owen Williams.
And if you would like to stand. Troi awdurdod y Brifysgol ymthriedwyd I mi, dobaniawch I ddiploma addysg uwch ac I hodd ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Jones, introduce those who received the postgraduate certificate. Ar wy fi, yr athro Dylan Jones yn cyflwyno rai sydd wedi derbyn disgystrif olraddedig. Cheryl Doyle. Elizabeth Ann Williams. Lucy Charlotte Francis. May Tira Tiaren. Hannah Joy Wills. Louise O'Grady. Karen Susan Visser. Karen Williamson.
And if you'd like to stand, please. I've just wasn't that good. Thank you. Troi awdurdod y Brifysgol ymthriedwyd I mi. Dobaniawch I dystysgrif olraddedig ac I hodd ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Jones, introduce those who have received the postgraduate diploma. Ar wy fi, yr athro Dylan Jones yn cyflwyno rai sydd wedi derbyn y diploma olraddedig. Natalie Jane Brock. Charlotte Anna Cotton. Nicola Cowellard. Nia Davis. Nina Phillips. Victoria Ann Tier. Christopher Matthew Whitten. Victoria Helen Cater. Emily Wynne. Scott David Davis. Katie Hill. Chloe Elizabeth Jardine. Kimberly May Connell. Michelle Denning. Elizabeth Lever. Hannah Sophie Martin. Helen Louise McCarthy. Rachel Nias. Rhiannon Claire Rees. Rebecca Victoria Taylor. Jessica Kate Teveson. Eleanor Rose Williams. Ruth Ariane Bidnley. Heather Maria Cobner. Joanne Edwards. Catherine Sarah Evans. Philippa Jane Granville. Laura Georgina Harley. Dawn Patricia Paola Hassan. Katie Harrington. Nicola Claire Johnson. Kate Matthew. Samantha Priest. Jenny Saunders. Jocelyn Thomas. Charlotte Tong. Tong. Thank you very much. Tong. Karen Jane Walters. Shelley Boddy. Francesca Anna Louise Matthews. Katie Suzanne Propert. Anthony Lawrence Shanahan. Rachel Ann Thomas.
If those students could please stand. Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, a ymtheriad oed I mi, dybaniachwi I ddiploma olraddedig ag I hoff ffreniau a radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Jones, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Ar o'i fi, yr athro Dylan Jones yn gyflwyno rai sydd wedi derbyn gradd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth. Moira Daphne Ruth Ashton. Nia Dawn Bromwich. Tracy Jane Dunkley. Susan Elizabeth Eshel. Sandra Jane Evans. Tholakele Sindisiwe Zanele Gusim. Ailsa Jane Hayes. Philippa Hicks. Rachel Barbara John. Barbara Joan Moore. Helen Louise Taylor. Rebecca Mary Timko. Llewellyn David Morgan. Brian Passaggiare Chit. Laura Vivian Morgan. Jacqueline Ann Hadland. Angeline Chikokcha. Gareth James Venn. Carrie Ann Whitaker. Claire Louise Winstanley. Renee Leanne Henriette Dalmans. Riddhi Dinkesh Kumar Baswal. Sally Palmer Faye Waboso. Arinsha Binti Haidia. Ian James Nurse. Farah Binti Samsu Rama. Doris Kumi Arthur. Gabriel Gilbert Ni Asharku Ashong. Danimi Jean Bestman. Karen Jones. Beverly Kinsey. Ioannis Relias. David William Saunders. Okay.
And if those who have received their masters could stand, please. Troi awdurdod y brifysgol, ymthiriedwyd I mi, dybaniadwy I radd athro ma'n gwyddoniaeth, ac I hoff ffreniau ar radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Jones, introduce someone for the degree of Doctor of Nursing. Yr wyf fi, yr athro Dylan Jones, yn cyflwyno unigolyn I dderbyn gradd doethir mewn nyrsio. Sarah Nia Manning.
Sir, if you could stand. I could do you by yourself. Troi awdurdod y brifysgol, a ymthiriedwyd I mi, dybaniadwy I radd doethio mewn nyrsio, ac I hoff ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Jones, introduce someone to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Yr wyf fi, yr athro Dylan Jones, yn cyflwyno unigolyn I dderbyn gradd doethir mewn arthroniaeth. Jessica Bailey.
Troi awdurdod y brifysgol, a ymthiriedwyd I mi, dybaniadwy I radd doethio mewn athroniaeth, ac I hoff ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
We now come to a very important part of the ceremony, as it is the recital of the oath. Can I please ask all of you who have undertaken and now received an undergraduate diploma or degree in any aspect of healthcare to stand? Please can I ask the platform to stand? The oath reader today is Mr. Gethin Davis. He will declare the oath first in Welsh and then in English, and then ask you to agree with the oath when you are required to say, I do.
A ddawaf mae fy mlaenoriaeth gyntaf fydd gofalu am fy nghleifion. Byddaf yn garedig gyda phob claf ac ymdrechaf I gyfathrebu yn effeithlon gyda nhw. Byddaf yn parchu urddas a'u preifatrwydd a'i hawl I gyfrannu'n llawn at benderfyniadau ynglŷn â'i gofal. Byddaf yn onest ac yn ddibynadwy bob amser ac yn parchu a diogelu gwybodaeth gyfrinachol. Ni fydd fy nghredoau personol yn amharu ar ofal fy nghleifion. Trwy gydnabod cyfyngiadau fy nghymhwysedd, byddaf bob amser yn diweddaru fy ngwybodaeth am sgiliau proffesiynol. Os bydd gennyf reswm da i gredu nad o'i fi neu gydweithiwr yn addas i weithio, byddaf yn gweithredu'n gyflym i ddiogelu cleifion rhag perygl. Ni fyddaf yn camddefnyddio fy sefyllfa broffesiynol, a byddaf yn gweithio gyda chydweithwyr yn y ffordd orau lles y cleifion. Yn yr holl faterion hyn, ni fyddaf byth yn gwahaniaethu'n anheg yn erbyn fy nghleifion na'm cydweithwyr, a byddaf yn barod i gyfiawnhau fy ngweithredoedd iddynt ym mhob achos. Rhoddaf yr addewid yma ar fy llw yn wirfoddol ac o ddifrif. I promise that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. I will be considerate to all my patients and will strive to communicate effectively with them. I will respect my patients' dignity and autonomy and their right to be fully involved in decisions about their care. At all times, I will be honest and trustworthy, respecting and protecting confidential information. My personal beliefs will not prejudice my care of patients. Recognising the limits of my competence, I will keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. If I believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice, I will act quickly to protect patients from risk. I will not abuse my professional position and will work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients. I will never discriminate unfairly against patients or colleagues, and I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. I make this promise solemnly, freely, and upon my honour. If you agree to the terms of the oath, say, I do. Diolch.
Thank you. Please be seated. I now have to ask everyone who has received an award to please stand. You will now stand in order to receive a greeting from the Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor today, and that will be followed by a greeting from the representative of the Students' Union.
May your care ever be for the good of the name of our university and the well-being of the world.
You are now members of the distinguished alumni of this university. May your association with the university be cherished and constant throughout your life, and may your care ever be for the fellowship of your university and the welfare of all people. As proud graduates, I'm sure that you would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff University at these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your family and your friends, who have supported you in many ways over the many years, as well as to thank the academic staff and all those who have helped you reach this important point in your life today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around to greet your family and friends and to say a special and public thank you by giving them all an enthusiastic round of applause. Thank you, and please be seated.
Madam Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it's my very special pleasure and privilege to introduce Jason Mohammed as a Fellow of Cardiff University. Jason Mohammed is one of our best-known and most popular broadcasters. He is also one of our most prominent alumni. Jason was born and brought up here in Cardiff. Inexplicably, he then decided to read Welsh and politics at Swansea University. And then redeemed himself by coming to Cardiff University for a postgraduate qualification in broadcast journalism. Jason joined the BBC in 1997, and he's been a regular on our TV screens and on our radios in Wales ever since. He has worked as a reporter for Wales Today, presented a series of stories from South Africa, and was several years a regular presenter of Wales Today. Jason has had to do some absolutely terrible jobs for the BBC. He's presented coverage of the Commonwealth Games from Melbourne, the Ryder Cup at Celtic Manor. He also presented Joe Calzaghe's title fight against Bernard Hopkins in Las Vegas. He's covered the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, FA Cup finals, the Snooker World Championships, and Six Nations Rugby. He has literally just returned from Brazil, where he was covering the World Cup, and he's just about to go to Glasgow to cover the Commonwealth Games. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it's dirty work, but somebody has to do it for us. It's not all been about sport, however. He made the programme A Daith, The Journey, for S4C. That filmed him on pilgrimage to Mecca, a journey that his father Afzal had done 3 years previously. And he movingly expressed the impression that the Hajj made upon him, reflecting his Muslim faith and upbringing, and reminding him of the value of his Saturday lessons in Arabic and in the Quran. Cardiff is, of course, not complete without Doctor Who. We in the university are regularly visited by the TARDIS, various incarnations of the Doctor, and hideous extraterrestrial creatures known as the film crew. And Jason has made guest appearances on the show. Playing a newsreader, he was so good that one fan apparently wrote to say he played the role so well, he almost believed he was a real newscaster. We're delighted to welcome him as a member of Cardiff University's family of fellows and friends. Anrhydeddus diprois gan hellor, cyflwynaf I ti Jason Mohammed, fel camrawd ar anrhyddedd, Prifysgol Cardiff.
Troi awdurdod a rothwyd I mi gan y cyngor. Dyrbaniach chi fel camrawd y anrhyddedd Prifysgol Cardiff. Congratulations.
Wel, gyfeillion, prynawn da a croeso cynnes I chi gyd. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very good afternoon to you. And as a Cardiff boy, to be standing here in front of all you international bright young things is a huge, huge moment for me. Broadcasting on the World Cup final in the Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro last Sunday in front of 16 million people is nothing compared to standing here in front of you wonderful students and your wonderful families and senior staff and students here today. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, senior staff, students, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the accolade of being presented an Honorary Fellow of Cardiff University. I should just add that that move from Swansea to Cardiff was indeed a summer free transfer. No money was involved. Some say that I came to my senses and came back home. But obviously when I stand in front of Swansea University students, I say the same thing. Cardiff University is indeed the greatest university in the UK. In fact, I was thinking when I was sitting at my desk at home earlier today when I was paying a few bills and writing a few emails. This time last week I was sitting in my hotel room preparing for the World Cup final, Germany against Argentina, writing my scripts, picking up and handing from Gary Lineker. And there I was today writing some very boring emails about returning back to my normal working week after the Commonwealth Games and paying some household bills. And I thought to myself, how a career can nosedive in 7 days. Let that be a warning to you all. Before also I just talk very briefly about my time here at Cardiff University, I do want to take this opportunity to wish you every success in the future as I stand here and see all of you graduates here today. It brings back wonderful memories of 1996 when I graduated, and then in 1997 when I received my postgraduate diploma in broadcast journalism from this very university. And I remember thinking at the time just what a proud moment it was, not just for me, but also for my parents and also my grandparents who didn't go to university. And without the backing of our families, we wouldn't be able to be where we are today. So I want you once again to take this opportunity to give a big round of applause to all the family and friends and grandparents, sons, daughters who are here today to celebrate your success. And of course the great thing about being from Cardiff is you never forget your roots. Thank you very much indeed to the gentleman who says, "Way to go, Jace." Thank you very much. And just walking here today, walking past the bus stop, I met two lads from Ely, where I was born and bred, who said, in great Ely accents, "How was Brazil then, mate, you lucky thing?" You can never forget your roots. Because as you've heard from my biography, which I wrote before I came here today, obviously, I have been very, very lucky after doing my postgraduate diploma at Cardiff University in covering some of the biggest events on the planet. And I know it may sound corny, I know it may sound cliche that I'm here today accepting this honorary fellowship from this university, but it was here where it all started. After graduating, I came into the newsroom that we have here at the Cardiff School of Journalism, an unknown, somebody who didn't know how to broadcast, somebody who didn't really know how to write for television or radio, and within 7 months, somehow, miraculously, they turned us all into broadcasters. And within a month of departing from this university, I walked straight into the newsroom of BBC Cymru Wales and read my first sports bulletin. That was 1997, and as we've heard, here I am now, about to embark on the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. So with all of you here today, and with the senior staff and the Deputy Vice-Chancellor here today, I want you to know that my time at Cardiff University was extremely special, extremely traumatic for my parents because I moved back in after 4 years. But without your guidance, your expertise, your knowledge, your staff, your engineering, I certainly wouldn't have been able to have been in Brazil, in Las Vegas, at the London Olympics and in South Africa. This is where it all began. And I seriously hope and pray and wish that it all begins for you right here today. Many congratulations to all of you who've achieved success today, and I wish you every success in whatever you decide to do. Thank you very much indeed for listening, Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my duty as Pro-Chancellor now to draw these proceedings to a close. This occasion is naturally one of the most pleasurable in the University's calendar. It's a joy to be on the platform and to see the pride and the relief of all the graduates as they cross the stage. It's wonderful, too, that you all had the opportunity to share this occasion with Jason Mohammed, who received his honorary fellowship a moment ago. As an avid listener to BBC Wales, and as an avid viewer of BBC Television Wales, I can say without challenge that they are, without question, the best regional broadcasting unit in the UK. And having watched Jason's progress from when he started to where he is, all I can say to Jason that this gives this university one of the greatest pleasure to confer an honorary fellowship on you, because of what you represent and because of the warmth with which you do it and the respect which you have with the colleagues with whom you work. The situation now is that we move on to the time when you leave with your family. Before doing, I hope you'll always remember to look back on the time at Cardiff University and realise that the happiness that you experienced, the friendships you made, and the depth of knowledge and experience gained have all served you well in your journey through life. Today, you'll join the worldwide family of Cardiff University alumni. It's a family that helps you stay in touch with each other and with us. Cardiff students are valued around the world for their skills, knowledge and attitude. I hope that you remember and share your experience, that you'll come back often and you will continue to support the university so new generations can benefit, as you have done, from the outstanding teaching and learning here at Cardiff. Therefore, on behalf of Cardiff University, your academic staff, the officers, and your fellow students, and the great body of alumni through the world, I wish you every success in your future careers. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the academic party.